Ever heard of a frog that's so slow it only moves at a turtle pace? Well, meet the turtle frog, the only frog that's never in a hurry. This peculiar creature, found in the sandy soils of Western Australia, is an oddity in the world of amphibians. With a round body, short stubby legs, and a penchant for burrowing, the turtle frog is more akin to a turtle than its froggy brethren. And it's not just their appearance that sets them apart. These frogs have a unique life cycle, skipping the tadpole stage entirely and hatching directly into mini-frogs. But what really earns them their turtle moniker is their speed, or rather, their lack of it. Unlike their quick, hopping cousins, turtle frogs are slow movers. They prefer to amble along, taking life at a leisurely pace. So, if you ever lose a race to a turtle, don't feel bad. At least you're faster than a turtle frog. Now, have you ever looked at a turtle frog and thought, this thing doesn't belong on this planet? Well, you're not alone. Indeed, there are those who believe that this unique creature might just be an extraterrestrial visitor. A far-out theory, you say? Well, let's hop into it. Most frogs begin their lives as tadpoles, swimming about in water before metamorphosing into their adult form. The turtle frog, however, skips this stage entirely and hatches directly into a tiny, fully formed frog. Now, isn't that peculiar? It's almost as if the turtle frog is saying, I don't have time for this tadpole nonsense, I've got places to be. And speaking of places to be, the turtle frog displays a behavior not typically seen in its amphibian cousins. It is a burrower. While most frogs are content to live above ground, the turtle frog digs down into the earth, creating intricate tunnels. Some say it's digging towards its home planet. Others suggest it's hiding from the men in black. Either way, it's clear that the turtle frog marches, or should I say, burrows, to the beat of its own drum. Now let's address the turtle frog's appearance. With its round, turtle-like body and its short, stubby legs, it's not exactly what you'd call a typical frog. It seems to be a blend of a frog and a turtle, a Frankenstein of the animal kingdom, if you will. Could this be the result of some alien genetic engineering, or perhaps the turtle frog is a space traveler's pet that got left behind during a pit stop on Earth? And let's not forget the turtle frog's eyes, those large, glossy eyes that seem to stare into your soul, as if it knows something we don't. Are they merely the eyes of a frog, or are they the windows to an alien intelligence? So, next time you see a turtle frog, don't be surprised if it starts speaking in alien tongues. But where's the evidence, you ask? Well, buckle up because we're about to take a trip to outer space. Let's start with the turtle frog's DNA. This little hopper's genetic material is as twisted as a pretzel on a roller coaster. It's so unique, in fact, that it's raised some eyebrows among the scientific community. One might say it's a genius in its own right. Now, we're not saying it's ET, but it's definitely not your average Earthling either. Next, consider the turtle frog's life cycle. Unlike most frogs, our little alien friend doesn't go through the usual tadpole stage. No sir, this creature hatches straight into a mini-adult, skipping the awkward teenage phase altogether. It's like it's been watching reruns of The Twilight Zone and decided to play by its own rules. A bit suspicious, don't you think? But the plot thickens. Some researchers have suggested that the turtle frog's unique characteristics could be the result of panspermia. Now, before your imagination runs wild, panspermia is the theory that life exists throughout the universe, distributed by space dust, meteoroids, asteroids, comets, planetoids, and even by spacecraft in the form of unintended contamination by microorganisms. So, could our hoppy friend be a distant cousin of some Martian microbe? It's a leap, but not an impossible one. Let's not forget about the turtle frog's uncanny ability to survive in the harshest of environments. It's as if this little guy has been training for a Mars mission since day one. From enduring scorching heat to braving torrential downpours, the turtle frog is a true survivalist. It's got more grit than a cowboy in a spaghetti western. So, what's the verdict? Is the turtle frog an alien? Well, the jury is still out on that one. But one thing's for sure, it's definitely not your garden variety amphibian. So, while we can't say for sure that turtle frogs are aliens, we can't rule it out. After all, truth is stranger than fiction. Now let's dive into the froggy conspiracy. Could these slow-moving creatures be spies from another planet? Picture this. A world where the seemingly innocent turtle frog is more than meets the eye. A world where each hop is not just a means of locomotion, but a coded message to some distant galaxy. The turtle frog, with its peculiar physical features and unusual behavior, could be part of a larger cosmic scheme. The turtle frog, unlike its high-jumping cousins, prefers to burrow, spending most of its time underground. Now, doesn't this sound like the perfect cover for an alien spy? Out of sight, out of mind, and all the while, secretly transmitting data back to its home planet. Now let's not forget their unique breeding habits. Most frogs lay eggs in water, but not the turtle frog. This oddball lays its eggs in the soil, where they develop into fully formed froglets, skipping the tadpole stage entirely. A bizarre life cycle, certainly, but could it also be a clever alien adaptation to Earth's environment? This all sounds a bit riveting, right? But stick with me here. This theory, as outrageous as it may sound, has an element of amphibious allure. The turtle frog packs a lot more than its slow-motion hops and burrowing habits. Its very existence poses questions that tickle our imaginations and tease our sense of wonder. It's easy to dismiss the turtle frog as just another strange creature in our diverse ecosystem. But isn't it fun to imagine that these little fellas might be more than they seem? That their slow, deliberate hops might be a form of alien Morse code? Or that their burrows might be miniature communication hubs, sending vital information across the universe? Let's not jump to conclusions though. This theory is all in good fun, a playful exploration of the what-ifs in our fascinating world. It's a reminder that nature is full of surprises, and sometimes the most unlikely creatures can spark the wildest theories. So while we can't prove that turtle frogs are aliens, we can't deny the possibility. After all, who would suspect a frog? So, are turtle frogs really aliens in disguise, or are they just really slow frogs? Now that's the question we've been hopping around. Let's take a leap back and summarize our findings, shall we? First, we examined the unusual physical attributes of the turtle frog, that shell-like skin, the peculiarly short limbs. Not your typical froggy features indeed. We then jumped into the hypothesis that these amphibians could have extraterrestrial origins. Their unique DNA sequence, their uncanny ability to survive in harsh conditions, and their out-of-this-pond behavior patterns all point towards a potential alien lineage. We've also delved into the astounding evidence from outer space, pondering over the existence of water on Mars, and the potential for life beyond Earth. Finally, we dived into the froggy conspiracy, hopping over the mainstream theories to explore the amphibious enigma. So whether you believe turtle frogs are aliens or not, one thing's for sure, they're out of this world.